Hi guys, a very good evening. Masquera say, I'm sorry I'm late by almost 3 minutes, but I hope we'll be able to talk about this very important issue. The reason why I'm raising this issue is because we have seen CCC political people being persecuted through warfare or through the lawfare, and we need to expose whatever we see which seems to support the regime. We all know that when Job Sikhala was arrested, the initial charges were that he caused the violence in Nyatsime. Those were the first charges. And later on, the state I don't know what is happening with my network. It's so weak today, but I hope that I will be able to continue and complete this. So what is happening is that the state came back, and when they got back, they brought an extra charge on Honorable Job Sikhala's matter. And I want you to listen to this video carefully so that we can conclude our story.
It's irresponsible for a political leader. First, it's irresponsible for a political leader to come out in the open and start telling the world that you believe that so-and-so was murdered by so-and-so. There's no scope for that. If something like that has happened, you must go to the police, and then you would say, look, we are not happy with the progress of the investigation relating to this matter. Because there is, ZANU-PF is not a human being. So it will never be taken to a trial murder. No, be charged with murder. No, they will never. You will have to go to the individual who did it. So it's again irresponsible to accuse an institution of a crime. You must go to it won't help us. I mean, you tell us that, okay, it's ZANU-PF. Then who in ZANU-PF is the murderer? In fact, that kind of intervention might actually take us away from the murderers. Because that's what was already beginning to happen. If that person had not been arrested, the one who then was arrested, the way these CCC leaders were going about the More Blessing Ali issue was actually threatening the administration of justice in the sense that they were diverting the attention of the country to what ought to have been investigated. Who is the killer? That's what should happen.
So you have heard Madhuku speaking regarding this matter. In as much as I respect him as a constitutional law expert, I believe that he erred in his comments, or in the comments he made. One, ZANU-PF is an organization, is a political organization and a ruling party. And the leaders of this country, they emanate from ZANU-PF. So when a ZANU-PF member is accused or is alleged to have killed somebody, we need to look at that member and say, this is a ZANU-PF member, we have murdered our member. That is clear. There is no point for Professor Madhuku to come and say CCC cannot say that. Secondly, let us look at this issue. There are ZANU-PF people who went to Nyatsime and obstructed the funeral. Madhuku to say CCC erred. It's wrong. Why? Because this issue is political, and being political, you have to understand that ZANU-PF, when somebody, ZANU-PF was intimidating CC supporters at More Blessing Ali's funeral, that was a political activity which was happening, and it is that political activity is supposed to be stopped. Actually, in a functional democracy, Zimbabwe Electoral Commission would, in the future or during the 2023 elections, would consider that political activity as a breach of the electoral law. But Professor Madhuku chose to ignore that breach of the constitutional law, of the electoral law. He decided to ignore. So the reason why we believe that he is the one behind the second charges is that he is clear in whatever he said. He said it authoritatively that indeed what Job Sikhala was doing was obstructing justice. But this is a matter before the courts, and these are the people who always say this matter is before the courts, we cannot comment. But on this one, they are quick to go and make sure that they comment and they substantiate the claims of the state to say Job Sikhala was obstructing justice. So you can actually see that this is a political matter with political accomplices around. These are constitutional experts who make reckless statements. Reckless statements. Why? They've been placed in the politics of Zimbabwe to disrupt. These are the people who are in the politics to make sure that they disrupt each and every time there is an activity in politics. Their mandate and duty is to make sure that they disrupt. So Job Sikhala's second charges of obstruction of justice, I don't see how Professor Madhuku, as a constitutional law expert, is supporting those charges Did he see Job Sikhala obstructing justice, and how? How was Job Sikhala diverting the attention of the investigators? Because when this matter happened, the police was informed, a report was made to the police, and how many weeks were spent without Mo Blessing Ali being found? That is the question. If you are to look at the place where Mo Blessing Ali was found, so, in my view, what was supposed to be asked, or what needs to be pursued, is to ascertain what caused the police to delay to find Mo Blessing Ali, when we have police dogs which can do a wonderful job in terms of locating people, in terms of searching people. Are these police dogs well trained? These are the issues we need to establish. Do we even have those police dogs? Those are the issues we need to ask. So, as a constitutional law expert, I believe that he's lost, and his assertions on Honorable Job Sikhala are wrong. You cannot support the regime or the state basing on such on those charges and strengthen them. He's a lawyer. How could you strengthen such bogus charges? It's so sad that we have stood so low. We have our professors, our constitutional law experts, the people who we look up to, going against the ethos and the values of a democracy. So basically, by saying Honorable Job Sikhala actually committed this crime in his own view, what is going to happen when he is acquitted? How is he going to react when Job Sikhala is finally acquitted? Those are the issues we are raising. It means these are the people who sit down to look at loopholes and see anything which is happening. That is the reason why we are saying Advocate Nelson Chamisa should be the last person to do anything close to be wrong. Why? There are meetings which are set. There are people who sit down to see every loophole within the Constitution to say, how can we charge this person? That is the reason why you heard Apostle Chiwenga coming out and say, why has he not been arrested? Why is he so smart and not committing any crime? Why is he so careful with his words? So if you connect all what is happening in the politics of Zimbabwe, you can actually see that the target is actually Advocate Nelson Chamisa. All they are saying, he is saying CCC leaders. Why are you saying CCC leaders? Why are you not becoming specific on issues? Because when politicians raise issues, when political leaders raise issues, they raise issues as they are. The point on ZANU-PF as an entity is not on the murderer, is on what people from ZANU-PF are doing. Another ZANU-PF member from Berengwa, what did he say about Advocate Nelson Chamisa? He said, Ngaurawe. These are the issues we are raising, Mr. Madhuku. And they continue to turn a blind eye on those issues, very important issues. So when we see political violence happening, they do it because they say ZANU-PF will never be held accountable. And it's justified by the constitutional law experts. It's justified. Instead of him seeing that terror which is happening on citizens, the threats which are happening on citizens, it's wrong because it is going to affect them politically in terms of winning the elections in 2023, because people are now living in fear. People now have fear. People have fear of being arrested, of being murdered, of being abducted, and so forth. There is political persecution, but Mr. Madhuku does not see it in that way. So these are the people who are greedy. They're in politics because they want to make money, because they want to benefit. He benefited a Pollard car. And he's happy. He's satisfied. He's never won anything. He's never won a seat. So these are the people who are obstructing our path to democracy. And we need to watch them carefully and make sure that we punish them in 2023. Make sure that they don't get anything. When we campaign, when we talk to the people, make sure that we expose them. We tell the people as it is, the truth is the truth. So I don't want to take much of your time because of my network. I was disrupted a number of times and I couldn't stay any longer. I wanted to have only a few minutes, but we will continue with these discussions at a later stage. I will bring more issues and more issues we need to talk about because 2023 is so close and we need to make sure that we continue. We continue mobilizing for people to actually register to vote and vote in 2023. May you have a blessed night.